How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. And yes, I'm going to do another build guide, and this time we're going to talk about Princess. And this one might be a little more serious than the Vice one with the Rescue Ranger build. Yes, I do use that, but it is kind of a funny build. I kind of, mocking the Ranger class and how it's not really useful for a lot of stuff besides that. But the Princess is one of the amazing classes in the game, and the birds agree that the Princess is beyond useful and has a lot of builds you could do. Now, this is just a personal build I do, and this is one that I think is really strong with her and takes advantage of a lot of her strengths. So, first off, I just got a cudgel because, why not? We want the extra range on our healing and stuff. +3. Not the best one. Not the best one, but hey, it'll work for now until I can get something good. The rest of the armor is kind of whatever. I do have the trousers here that do give Swift Foot +1. If you don't know what Swift Foot, if you can't talk like me and don't know what Swift Foot +1 does, it increases your move by 1. Very useful. Now she has 5 move instead of 4. And, a lot of people like to talk about the winged people and Canopus and how movement is their greatest asset. Well, putting this on her gives her that extra move, which lets her get around the field better, do her job better, whether it be healing or damage. And, obviously, when I get better gear, there'll be way more gear-based builds, but this is one of the pieces I would use on her. I think I had this on a couple other units as well. Finally getting some of the good gear, getting some good crafting done in the Palace of the Dead. And the birds agree a lot. They almost agree too much. Now, I do have Starfall, Draconic Magic, which I find to be very useful. One key thing that makes this build work really well is you want to make sure she's a light element. Switch her to light, and this build will obviously shine a lot more. Pun intended. So yeah, she's light attuned, light element, which greatly helps. So yeah, Starfall, really great. Draconic Magic is awesome. Way better than the damaging spells she has when you first get her. Then we got Heal 3 and Major Heal 2. These both will benefit from the light element that she is. Not a whole lot, but enough to where it's noticeable, and the heals will be a little bit better to kind of make up for her not having the Mother's Blessing that the Cleric has. And then we got a great old summon spell, Wisp Light. Summon spells are so good. I'd almost argue they're OP in the game, and I know this is one of the more basic ones, but it's so great. So we have great healing options, great damage options. We got Engulf for even more range on everything, and the Holy Water to get rid of the undead. Meditate, you know the drill, and she has her cudgel finishers. It's just all around a build that can pretty much handle whatever. You got undead that need to go away, we got it. You need damage, you need healing, it's just fantastic. So, like I said, Starfall, look at that. Look at that. We get some friendly fire there. Friendly fire all over, but I mean, that's a pretty good, cluster there. We might hurt our dragon. Do we want to hurt our dragon or hurt our white knight? I mean, that's good damage on that. And then Wisp Light, obviously the same kind of range. Just look at that. I mean, you got great damage for groups. And it's insane how potent it can be, And that's not even counting, obviously, Major Heal. Look at that. Look at that heal range. Look at that. We can just heal everybody right here, just heal the whole group. Let's just heal the enemies too while we're at it. But I mean, you got that kind of coverage. It's insane. And how good is her heal 3? 255? It is what it is. We're getting 200 heals on Major Heal. 200 across multiple units is a lot better than 255 on a single unit, if I'm going to be honest with you. And with what's the difference in MP cost on those? Do you guys know? Let's see what's the difference. 45, they're the same. One is now Major Heal 2 is technically weaker. So realistically, if I was a man that had to hinge bets, I would probably just use Major Heal 2 over Major Heal 3 or Heal 3. Yeah, it's 195. I don't really think 50 hit points is gonna make or break the bank here, boys. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little weird, but for the same MP cost and the fact I could heal multiple units, I would rather just do this. And if I only need to heal a single unit, I wouldn't even heal. So this would be a turn where I wouldn't even bother healing because, the way it's set up. It does suck, the setup we got down here, where I have to literally friendly smack one of my guys. But if I was going to smack anybody, I'd smack my dragon, because why wouldn't you want to smack a dragon? So we're going to smack our dragon with these guys. It's all fun and games. But yeah, she has a lot of just so useful. So much is offered by using her in your party. I don't know how to explain it. It's a class that can do so much for so little effort, you know. I mean, yeah, you gotta wait to get the good stuff on her, but I just can't imagine why you wouldn't run her in the party unless you were doing some type of role play comp, or you can make her undead. You can make her undead, right? If you're doing an undead party, but I just don't see a reason not to use the princess if you have her available. Like, why a cleric would be useful more. Mother's Blessing, so that 255 would maybe be 285, and then the AoE heal would be like 210 instead of 195 with Mother's Blessing. Like I said, Mother's Blessing does increase it, but it's just not enough. I guess I should have had somebody with Mother's Blessing to compare it to, but in my experience, it's 10 to 15 more hit points with Mother's Blessing, maybe 20 or 30. But yeah, I think this is a solid build because, like I said, it gives you options. And I'm a fan of builds that give options, that give you choice. I don't really like cookie cutter builds that are just like, okay, this is all you can do with the class. Which I get it, though, because sometimes those kind of builds that are a single use, they are more specialized, so they're better at a single thing versus being good. It's like, do you want to be great at one thing or good at a couple things? Being great's obviously better because, you get more out of it. But I find this build to be strong for now. I might change my mind. I might adapt it and everything. But I think when you get access to Draconic Magic and you get access to Summoning, this gives her the utility and the ability to heal and damage and do it very well. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you build the princess? How do you use her? What kind of gear do you use? Because you all probably have better gear than me. I assume most of you are way further in the game, have had way more time to play, and you have way more gear dependent, and I feel like the gear definitely will enhance her a lot, and obviously that's something I need to work on. But as far as spells and skills go, I think this is a great setup. I think you could do probably better, obviously, with spells I don't have or something, but overall this is the best way to take advantage of all of her strengths, I feel, and get the most out of her. But like I said, let me know what you guys think. How do you build Catiua as a princess? What do you do? Or are you a dark princess? Are you just one of those cool kids? You gotta be an edgelord, huh? Let me know down below. I appreciate all the love and support, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, later, guys. Peace out.